Good morning, children. It is revision time again. We have already revised 4 lessons last week from our real English book. The Cranky Macaw, Trees, a Wise Lesson, and the story of River Ganga. This week we have done a quick recap of the old Gumby cat. Today we are going to revise what the bird said. That is lesson number 6 from our real English book. Now a test to know how much we remember and how much we need to learn. Please get a rough notebook and a pencil, and we have to write down the answers to the questions which I am going to read. And you don't need to write complete sentences. You can just write the keywords or jot down the main points. Have you got your notebook? Are we ready for the test? Okay, let us start. What is the name of the boy in this story? What the birds said. Please write the name. Here you will have to write all the 3 words which make up his name. Written. Now the second one. Where did he live? Where means a place is mentioned where he lived with his parents. So you have to write just that one word. Third one, what was the special gift of this boy? He had a special gift which was very different, very unique. Please write that special gift. Now the next one, who told him about the dead sheep? He was in his house when he was told about the dead sheep. Who told him? So you have to write 2 words or maybe 3 words. Now the next one, why was he put in prison? Why was this boy put in prison, or why was this boy jailed? Now the next one, what did the bird tell him while he was in the prison? The first time when he was at home, the birds told him something, and then the birds told him something while he was in the prison. So in this one, you have to write what the birds told him when he was in the prison. How was the boy able to prove his talent? No one believed in the jail that the boy had this talent. So, how was the boy able to prove his special talent? Now, the next one. Were they able to stop the invaders? How? Now, were they able to stop the invaders? Invaders are the enemy army which was coming to attack the kingdom. And how were they able to stop the invaders? Just write a few words and you have to answer both the parts. Now, the next one, how did the king reward this boy? How did the king reward him? And the last one, name the writer of this story. This is, of course, a Chinese tale, and this writer has translated it and retold it in English. So we have to write the name of the writer. And please score yourself. There are 10 questions. If you have all right, then you get 20, which is excellent. If you have 18 to 20, very good. 15 to 18, good. And less than 15 is fair, but then you need to revise some of the things mentioned in the story very, very carefully again. Now we come to the word bank or word bar. I told you this could be asked as a multiple choice question, as true or false, even as match the following. So please learn all the words and their meanings properly. We could give you words and ask you for the meaning, or give you the meaning and ask you for the word. Weather, please see the spelling of weather. Wether, which is used in this story, means a male sheep. We could give you a male sheep and ask you for the word. So then you'll have to write weather or click on weather. Now, slain means killed. Killed means slain. Third one, trail. There's a difference between trail and trial, and both these words are used in the story. So you have to be very careful while reading it, whether it's AI or IA. If it is AI, then this is the meaning. TRAIL, trail, means a track of marks left by someone. The next one, magistrate, a judge. Piped, it's not pipped, it's piped with a single P. Sang in a high voice. If it is piped, then it is the present tense, and you are going to write sing in a high voice. But here they have used the past tense form, so the meaning also has to be in the past tense. Foes means enemies. Warder, WARDER, is a word we use for a guard. Now, some more words. Urged, tried hard to persuade, and if you want to learn it in simpler word, it's when you try very, very hard to persuade someone, to make someone do something which you want. Invasion, the act of an army entering a country and taking control of it. Invasion is when an enemy army attacks a country and then conquers it. Most of the time they are successful. Sorry, sometimes they may not succeed. Soaked, put something in a liquid for some time to make it wet. Hailing, calling somebody to attract their attention. Scout, a person who collects information, a person who is sent to some other place to collect information which is quite important. Dispatched, sent for a special purpose. Garrison, a place where soldiers live. A place where soldiers live is called a garrison with double R. Now, a few more words. Rendered means provided. Acknowledged, publicly expressed thanks. You acknowledge something good done by someone. That means you tell what he has or she has done publicly and then express thanks for what has been done. Sovereign is a word we use for a king. nobles, people of high social rank. They are there around the king to advise him and to help him, just next to the royalty. Now, in this lesson, we have some questions and answers as well, which I told you are not going to come as questions and answers. But you cannot afford to leave them. You will have to revise them because we can base any of the objective types I have told you on these. So you need to read the lesson and you need to revise the questions and answers as well. Just now we are going to do complete these sentences, which could be of course given in another form as well. The first one, the special gift of Kong Hia Chiang was his ability to understand the language of birds. You could even write the special gift of Kong Hia Chiang was his ability to talk to the birds and to understand them. You can write in your own words. Now Dash told Kong Ya Chiang about the dead sheep. Who told Kong Ya Chiang about the dead sheep? A flock of birds which sat near his window. If you forget which sat near his window, you could just write a flock of birds. Now the third one. Kong Hia Chiang was put in prison because why was he put in prison? Kong Hia Chiang was put in prison because everyone thought that he had killed the sheep. Now the next two. Kong Hia Chiang was able to prove his talent by passing the jailer's test, by telling him what the birds said when they saw the rice on the roof. If you are not able to remember and write so much, you could just write Kong Hia Chiang was able to prove his talent by passing the jailer's test. But if you remember, add a little bit about the test by telling him what the birds said when they saw the rice on the roof. Now, the last one in complete these sentences. The king rewarded Kong Hia Chiang by. How did the king reward Kong Hia Chiang? By inviting him to study with the princess. Please pay attention to the spelling of the word princess because this has single s and it is the plural form of the word prince, which is used for the sons of the king, and making him a high ranking official when he grew up. So the king rewarded him by inviting him to study with the princess and making him a high ranking official when he grew up. Now, after that, we have answered these questions which you have to revise. Anything can be based on answer these questions. Then you have in the vocabulary section a table where you have character and you have to write character traits. You could also get this, and of course idioms are there which could come as match the following, as MCQ, as true or false, or even fill in the blanks. So you need to revise the answers, the table which is on character traits, and the idioms well. True or false? you have to tell whether the statement is true or false, and in your exam you will have to click on either true or false. Let us start. Kong Hia Chiang lived with his parents in the mountains. Is it true or is it false? Yes, it is true. He indeed lived with his parents in the mountains. Now, the second statement. Garrison is a place where children live. It is false. Garrison is not a place where children live. It is a place where soldiers live. Now, the third one. The invaders were stopped just in time. Yes, because Kong Yachiang told what the birds had told him, preparations were made, and the invaders could be stopped just in time. A male sheep is called wether. Wether. Right. A male sheep is called wether, or a wether is a male sheep, and this statement is true. Kong Ya Chiang could understand the language of the monkeys is false. Kong Ya Chiang could not understand the language of the monkeys. He could understand the language of the birds. So this statement is false. Now what you have to do is revise all the questions and answers, revise the character and the trait chart, because we could base something on it as well. Thank you, children. Have a nice day. Revise everything thoroughly. And as I told you, this time you are going to get an objective type of paper with four kinds of questions. First, MCQ. Second, fill in the blanks. Third, multiple choice or MCQ, I have told you. Third, match the columns. And the last one, true or false. So be prepared with everything. Revise thoroughly. Have a nice day. Thank you. Till we meet for another class.